And welcome back to action here at Hyvee Hall in Des Moines, Iowa. It's the third place match in the NAIA division of the NWCA Multi Divisional National Duals presented by Hyvee and the United States Marine Corps. Coming into this bout, it's 149 pounds. We'll see the top-ranked wrestler in the country. This is Jake Ekster of Missouri Valley. He was third last year at the NAIA Championships. Going to be taking on Colby Rinehart of Campbellsville. Team score currently sitting at 12-3 in favor of Campbellsville after the falls by Cody Steiner and Brandon Westerman. Number one ranked in the country, Jake Ekster. 7-1 on the year. His only loss was an injury default out of the tournament earlier this year up at Johnson & Wales in Rhode Island. The redshirt sophomore out of Houston, Texas. His opponent, Colby Rinehart, senior out of Marietta, Georgia, having a good tournament thus far. Earlier in the tournament, had a win over All-American Travis Barroquillo of Indiana Tech. So Rinehart probably set to move into the rankings after the NAIA will release them following this competition. Scoreless here in the first minute with Ekster in the orange singlet. And as soon as we say that, nice knee pull, gets 2 points. And takes control. 2-0 lead for Ekster. Third last year, the NAIA National Championships. And as we were talking about last match with the growth of wrestling in the NAIA, a couple of unique things the NAIA does for those that might not be familiar with the programs or the organization. You can score 12 wrestlers at nationals as we get a fresh start with 1:20 to go. Ekster still in control. He's got a little bit of a blood time or a, no, it looks like a contact lens. No, it looks like it is blood as they get the trainer over there. Anyway, this break will give us a chance to explain that you can score 12 wrestlers in the NAIA. You have to qualify them all now, which is actually another change. In the past, you could qualify for the NAIA championships by your placement at the size of tournaments. So if you placed in the top 8 at, say, a 64 or 32-man bracket, you would qualify. And then that led to some really huge brackets where teams would take, they would take 12 wrestlers, but you'd have almost an extra 150 wrestlers in the tournament, which made the tournament run 3 days. 2 years ago, the NAIA went to a full regional qualifying format. So teams can still enter 12 wrestlers at the regional championships, but they have to qualify their way through the regionals. So an opportunity for wrestlers to score, or those wrestlers that aren't in the starting position for dual meets, go out there and wrestle for national championships. It's an innovative concept and has worked quite well. This coming year, we'll see the second year of the full regional format. And we got some more blood time here. Just under a minute to go here in period number 1. At 149 pounds between Jake Ekster of Missouri Valley, being tended to in the orange and purple singlet, and Colby Rinehart, senior from Campbellsville University. Reason for growth in the NAIA is many of these schools are small, private enrollment-driven colleges that are looking for male enrollment, with the percentage of women in college being close to 60%. Some of these schools that they need males. They don't need them just for athletics. They need them in the student body. And you put a wrestling program out there, give them 9 scholarships, and you can bring 40 guys onto the team. A lot of them paying full tuition or paying tuition, so the school's going to actually pick up some financial gains by having a wrestling team. And then, like we've seen with both of these schools, they both have varsity women's college programs. Missouri Valley, one of the first. Campbellsville in their first year. The women's program wrestling here at the National Duals, the WCWA division. So back to action, inside wrist control by Ekster. Riding time approaching a minute and a half. 20 seconds to go. Ekster reaching with that claw ride to the left side. Still trying to control that far wrist. Now trying to get a roll and a tilt. Referee looking, no, he says it's close, and that'll be the end of the period. A 2-0 lead for Ekster after that early takedown. 1:48 of riding time. Rinehart will have a choice, and he elects to start neutral. Not a bad option considering he got ridden for almost 2 minutes in that first period. We're back on our feet. Rinehart reaching. Ekster steps around the offensive attempt. The double from way outside. Ekster's going to counter, get it on the single leg. Chest lock situation. And Ekster's going to reach back, grab that near arm. Now tries to elevate. And maybe in a stack position. Nope, just going to come out the back door, get two, and take a 4-0 lead. With 1:20 remaining in period number 2, 1:49 again team score. Campbellsville leading Missouri Valley 12-3 here in the third place match at the Multi Divisional National Duals at Hyvee Hall in Des Moines, Iowa. Rinehart up to his feet, and we'll get a fresh start with 1:01 remaining here in period number 2. Riding time now up over 2 minutes for Ekster. Ekster with that spiral ride. Switches off. Might be looking half to that near side. Still maintaining control. Not doing a whole lot to try to turn him here. Rinehart's head buried in the mat. Ekster throws the half into the left side. Half in the wrist, going to try to run it over. Ekster decides to bail out on the half. 9 seconds remaining. Riding time up over 3 minutes, so that is going to be assured. That will be an extra point for Ekster. But we've still got 2 more minutes of wrestling to go. A 4-0 lead for Ekster, ranked number 1 in the nation. Ekster has the choice. And he's going to elect to stay neutral. So the 4-0 lead and riding time assured. A lot's going to have to happen for Colby Rinehart to steal this bout. Ekster's ranked number 1 in the country for a reason, folks. Sweep attempt by Ekster, countered by a front headlock by Rinehart. Walk out of bounds. Staying inbounds, actually. You see that foot. Now we'll get a fresh start. 1:23 remaining, third period here at 1:49.
During the tournament that really brings it home to us, the 3 most common injuries in wrestling are sprains and strains, number 1. Number 2, fractures, and number 3, skin infections. Which one is preventable? Well,
Ekster tries to go underneath. Rinehart with the front headlock here on the edge, and you see his leg staying in that cylinder. Everything could be out of bounds, and now you see his left leg come past that circle. You continue wrestling as long as one supporting point, or actually any part of your body, is still within that cylinder. And the rule change this year is also that falls can count even outside of the cylinder as long as the offensive or controlling wrestler has a body part in bounds. We've seen some crazy falls this year with wrestlers' shoulders being out of bounds well past the circle. Used to be you had to have at least one shoulder in bounds. And before that, Both shoulders had to be inbounds. Now, as long as part of your body is inbounds, yours or your opponent's, it's open game, so you do not relax and give up on the edge. We're not in a pinning situation right now, but what we are in is a situation where Rinehart's going to get a takedown. 12 seconds to go. It's going to have to try to turn him here. He doesn't have time to take him down and let him go. But Ekster with that riding time point. Going to come away with this with a 5-2 victory. And that'll bring the team score now to 12-6. So a victory 5-2 by your top-ranked wrestler in the country from Missouri Valley. That's Jake Ekster.